drummers, hope you're doing well. Shout out to superstar channel member Mike. This is just a quick one about how to play the basic drum beat from Friday I'm in Love by The Cure. It's played by Boris Williams on the original, and it goes a bit like this. Okay, so it's a straight ahead, straight eights feel. So at its heart, you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The bass drum is just really lovely. It generally speaking is this 2-bar phrase. There is a whole other bit of the song with a different, slightly different feel, but this main groove that runs for the majority of the song is a 2-bar loop, and I'll play it more slowly now. The bass drum is the thing I think that gives it all the movement. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 3 and 3. So for those that like a bit of counting, the hi-hat here we're playing eighth notes or quavers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in the first bar, as you can see, I'll put it on screen, the bass drum is on the 1. And then it's on 3 and, both of those notes, and then on the and of beat 4. So the first bar of the phrase, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So kick and snare and kick, snare and. Where it gets just a little bit funky is in the second bar, the first beat, beat 1, there's no bass drum. The bass drum comes in on the and of beat 1 and then is on 3 and, both of those notes, and the and of beat 4 like in the first bar. So the second bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There is also, for the most part, not every time, but for the most part, an open hi-hat on the original anyway, on the last eighth note of the phrase. He's opening up the hi-hat as he strikes it on the and of beat 4 and closing it on beat 1. I do notice that on the subsequent live versions, I think I'm right in saying that your man Boris Williams left the band quite soon after this and was replaced by, is it Jason Cooper, I think. I noticed that on the live versions, I always have a look around at different live versions, Jason Cooper appears to be not opening the hi-hat anything like as much, or indeed at all sometimes. So that's definitely optional. I personally like the sound. It's really cool. Now I'm going to just roll the 2-bar phrase. I'll go slow and pick up a bit of speed. Here it comes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4. Pick it up a little bit. Okay, one time again, slow. People go, you're going too fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So your man Mike, I was talking about the channel member Mike who was asking about this. He was saying he's got the hang of the bass and snare, but he's not getting the hi-hat very easily. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's like the phrasing is not wildly complicated. It's sort of grade 2 level, isn't it? But the speed is such that it does take a little bit more thinking about. So the hi-hat here, we need a nice, lively right stick on the hi-hat. I think there's a little bit of an emphasis on the beat. in the territory where I'd start applying the sort of hi-hat technique I've made videos about before. I'll link to that below. And obviously there's a coordination aspect to this as well. But that's what's going on. I hope that all makes a bit of sense. Shout out to Mike and anyone who's playing this. And as ever, on the channel members page, my Buy Me a Coffee channel members page just now, I'll post a notation and the practice along version. You can get on screen, hit play, slow it down, take it as slow as you like, and work it up. I'll actually do a full playthrough of the song very soon as well, because it's a classic. I did a video a while back for Pictures of You by The Cure. And I love to go running. One of my favourite things is out every day or most days running. And for some reason, they're one of my go-to like running bands. If I'm doing like a sort of zone 2 sort of hour of sort of steady plodding. For some reason, there's something about The Cure that just I could listen to those songs just on a loop. There's the classic Cure songs. I could just roll them around and roll them around. So just such an amazing band and always amazing and interesting drums. Thanks for watching as always. Like I say, check out the channel members page for notation and practice along. And thanks as ever to all the amazing channel members of this channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.